What's going on, fam? We back with another video, y'all. First of all, let's start off. Happy Monday, man. Hope y'all week starting off on a good day. A good note. But yeah, man, we back with this video. We got 1090 Jake on the screen, as y'all see. We gonna be coming with an update on Lil Durk case. Now, for those of y'all who don't know, he getting charged with murder for hire and a few other charges. But last thing I heard on his case is a lot of people was turning on him, and it wasn't looking too good. I don't know what's been going on. I ain't really been keeping up with it, so I ain't heard nothing from it. I ain't even been looking into Trench's news like I usually do, as far as because he be talking about the case a lot. So, but yeah, shout out to Trench's news too. But yeah, man, let's get into this video, man. Drop a like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so y'all get the videos when they drop. Other than that, man, get y'all grabber too, yeah. Whatever y'all need to chill, get y'all grabber, whatever y'all need to chill for the video, and let's go ahead check out this video.
Things just went from bad to worse in the Lil Durk case after the feds are apparently, they're gonna hit Durk with new charges. And these aren't just like small incidents, we're talking about murder and attempted murder. Quick pause, because this might actually help you out. If you've ever needed access to your money before payday, there's a banking app. Once you're in one app, just go through the normal. You'll see the option to enter my pro. Managing money is stressful. For help, IG saying the feds.
Okay, hold on. Let's go back 5 seconds.
To stay more on top of their finances. Now, the homie Remo will post to IG saying the feds are looking to add 2 charges from 2022 and 2019 to Lil Durk's case, and this is years ago. Shout out to the homie Crit Mac. Wish cuz the cest, everything gonna see all right. Never commit suicide. We're gonna like that comment right there. By now, y'all are familiar with how the feds work. The feds can take anything you've ever done and turn it into a whole nother situation.
That right there is exactly why I don't be flaunting around about what I've done before. I'm not I don't want no problems with them feds, boy. Police, none of them niggas, bro. I don't want no problems. But as far as this dude go, bro, as far as Durk go, he said 2 murder cases or something like that, or attempt murder. As far as the murder cases go, it's only 2 of them that really pop in my head off the bat. And if y'all ain't been keeping up with Lil Durk and his history, as far especially after this case thing came out, y'all go do your research. But the 2 murders that's coming to my head that he could be getting hit with is either Cash or the Stephon Mack dude, because they was talking hot over that Cash shit. They was talking real hot with subliminals and all that. Then you got the dudes was talking about getting the money from Durk on the Stephon Mack murder case, but it was just his stuff is all over the place, bro. So that's just what comes to my mind when they say murder. I don't know what they talking about as far as attempt murder, but yeah, man, he all over the place. They say Durk been committing bodies for a minute now. Well, not committing, but paying for bodies for a cool minute now, and it sounds like karma coming back to bite his ass.
That's kind of what they do with Rico, right? We saw in the Young Thug case a whole bunch of different crimes that people already went to prison for. They got re-indicted under a Rico and hit with all of those crimes that they already did. This is the same type of game the feds play.
Yep.
Apparently you can go from 0 to a complete site in just a single prompt with Wix Harmony. I don't know if this is going to be possible.
Now, I believe All Hip Hop was the first to break this news, so shout out to them. And it would state Lil Durk's case could expand after prosecutors signal they may add older Chicago and Atlanta incidents before trial.
Oh, okay. My fault. I'm slipping my mind. So then again, as far as the murder case, like I said, FBG Cash or the Stephon Mack case, one of those 2. As far as the attempt murder case go, that attempt murder he did out there in Atlanta with THF Bezu and King Von. It was that's what the attempt murder case is as far as in Atlanta. And as y'all know, he already had beat that case or whatever. Von didn't make it to even get to court or none of that. So that's crazy. Yeah. Let's.
Mention surfaced in a May 21st court filing from DeAndre Wilson, one of Durk's co-defendants. Wilson is asking a federal judge to reconsider his detention and let him out on bond while the case moves forward. Wilson's filing says prosecutors informed defense lawyers on May 13th that they are considering supplemental charges by June 3rd. The new charges would add 2 older alleged incidents as direct evidence, a 2022 Chicago incident and a 2019 Atlanta incident. That could create a major timing problem for all of the co-defendants because it'll knock the case off its current August 20th, 2026 trial date, requiring new arraignments, more discovery, additional motions, and more investigation. Wilson's lawyer says the 2 incidents do not involve him, and that is the core of his freedom bid. He argues he should not remain jailed for months while lawyers prepare for events where prosecutors do not even place him at the scene. So basically, one of the co-defendants was told, look, we're thinking about hitting Durk with new shit. And he's like, what the fuck does that have to do with me? I wasn't there for that shit. I'm not getting charged with that shit. Let me out. Let me go on bond.
Right.
Now, the Atlanta incident appears to trace back to January 2019, in which there was a shooting near the Varsity restaurant in downtown Atlanta. That Durk, whose legal name is Durk Banks, had faced felony charges in that case before the Fulton County DA dropped them in 2022. Those charges included criminal attempt to commit murder, aggravated assault, participation in criminal street gang activity, possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony, and possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. The victim was shot in the leg after an argument near the restaurant.
Right.
Now, obviously, if you're a fan of Durk or a fan of Vaughn, you remember this exact incident. Because if you remember, this is when Durk and Vaughn allegedly robbed and shot somebody.
Case against a rapper accused in a shooting outside of the Varsity will move forward. Today, Little Durk appeared in court where a judge ruled there was enough evidence for him to go to trial. Channel 2's anchor Lori Wilson is live near where the shooting happened, near the Varsity, and Lori, police say they have video evidence in this case.
Javita, APD says they used at least 5 cameras from local businesses, including this BP, as well as from the Varsity across the street in order to build their case against Lil Durk and his co-defendant. On Friday, detectives from Atlanta and Chicago testified in the criminal case against rapper Lil Durk in Fulton County Court. They say around 5 in the morning on February 5th, Lil Durk, whose real name is Durk Derek Banks, and his co-defendant Devontae Bennett were seen on camera involved in shooting Alexander Witherspoon, a person police say they knew.
They were hanging out. They went to a studio to make music.
The rapper and Bennett listened to the evidence against them in court. Police told the judge later that night the victim, Banks, Bennett, and others went to a nightclub, a gas station, and ended up in the parking lot of the Varsity. That's when Witherspoon said he was robbed and shot.
He said his chain was snatched off his neck, and he had $30,000 stolen from him, and they stole the vehicle he was driving.
Police say Banks was seen on tape shooting a gun.
You see Mr. Banks' arm out the window firing several shots at the victim, towards the victim.
Banks' attorney said,
I remember this case, and the only thing that I had to say about this, bro, is one, Vaughn, you was a rapper at the time. You shouldn't be hopping out on a car chasing down a nigga. 2, Durk, the only nigga we know with blonde dreads. What is you doing trying to do a drill, bro? Like, be realistic, bro. Blonde dread, bro. They got light skinned with blonde dreads on the video shooting outside the car. Think about that. I seen the video, so I know what they're talking about, but that shit crazy.
Says this is a celebrity witch hunt.
Were it not for the celebrity status of these 2 individuals, then this would be an aggravated assault.
Banks released a single, Turn Myself In, the day he turned himself in. It's gotten almost 7 million views.
Yeah,
the prosecutor charging this wasn't just a robbery and shooting, but gang activity. She put a Chicago detective on the stand to testify that Banks and Bennett are members of Chicago gangs.
Is it possible to continue your affiliation and even commit crimes when you move out of Chicago if you're in a different city or if a different area?
Yes, ma'am.
Vaughn ended up dying before the case was resolved, and Durk ended up beating the case. And a lot of people try to say, oh, Durk must have threw Vaughn under the bus, whatever. But then I believe the DA came out and said if Vaughn was still alive, we would have charged him with this shooting. And I mean, If we just go and watch Trap Lord Ross's masterpiece documentary on King Von being a serial killer,
right,
we know he's trigger happy. So it's no surprise that
facts.
Von most likely popped dude in Atlanta. And from what I heard, that wasn't the only person he shot in Atlanta. But this is serious because if the feds are trying to use this against Durk, this is an attempted murder case. A dismissal motion from 2022 said prosecutors reviewed the facts and chose not to prosecute, even though probable cause had existed for Durk's arrest. Durk's lawyer said for some reason they decided that Mr. Banks was involved since some of the people he affiliated were involved in the shooting. We strongly deny that. Now, the Chicago incident from January of 2022 was the killing of Stephon Mack.
What I tell y'all? What did I tell y'all? It was either FBG Cash or the Stephon Mack murder. What I knew. I told you, y'all got to be up on this shit, bro. I'm telling y'all.
Outside of Rosewood Community Center. Back in 2024, unsealed court records claimed Durk was behind the fatal shooting, but Durk has not been charged in that killing. That is the tension in Wilson's new filing. His lawyers say prosecutors want to use the Chicago and Atlanta incidents as direct evidence in the federal case, even though both predate the Los Angeles attempted assassination of Quando Rondo, in which they killed Lil Pap. Now, everywhere on Reddit would they be breaking down this murder.
Now,
if Durk beats...
Exactly. I was finna say, if y'all seen this video right here, and how bro got chased, like bro took off down a field somewhere. Bro got chased all the way down. He got hawked down. Something serious. Yeah, you could see plain as day on that video, bro. Them niggas got paid to do that, bro. They was really trying to get bro. It was one of the two. And then you got the same killers that was in right here. I don't know if y'all can see them, but they like right here somewhere. You got the same killers. They said that they was on jail calls, on phones, asking to be around Lil Durk, trying to get money from Lil Durk. They was going back and forth, arguing over getting the money from Lil Durk. It's a lot with this case, bro. So it had to be this one. Yeah.
His case with stopping the feds from charging him with Stephon Mack. Well, Cup Crafty, I'm pretty sure you just put this into motion. But the shooting of Stephon Mack was when this guy, Elmer, fudded his way across the parking lot with a rifle, and this guy shot a pistol. And I guess this kid was the one with the pistol. They basically gunned dude down and then tried to say Durk was the one that paid for the hit, that sent the bag. The bag apparently never reached them. He never actually paid. But they were alleging Durk was the one behind this situation. And the feds would want to bring this up because it's another example of Durk allegedly paying for hits. Now, we could take this either way. We could take this as the feds are doubling down to secure a conviction and showing that he's been involved in multiple situations that
all they doing, bro, I'm gonna explain to y'all what they doing, bro. The feds is just literally, they not even, I don't know if well, let me slow down. I'm not the feds, so I then again don't know if they're trying to charge him with this, but even if they aren't trying to charge him with this and they're just bringing this up in the case, what they're trying to do is they're trying to show a pattern of history to the jury. So the jury won't be like, well, this is his first time doing this. He's never shown no history of doing nothing like this. We can't just sit and say, and then again, he wasn't there. There's no confirmation of payment. All these, you know what I'm saying? Like, so they could be like, not guilty type shit. So no, what they want to do is they want to bring these things up in court during trial so that the jury can understand he has prior history of doing these things. So therefore, when they go to sit back in that room and think about if he's guilty or not, all the prior things he's done is gonna come in their mind. They're gonna be like, well, he do have a history of doing these things, so this coming up isn't uncommon. You get what I'm saying? So like, that's all they're trying to do. They're just trying to bring a pattern in history to build a stronger case, to build to get a conviction. That's all they're trying to do.
They're the same similarities, or we could view this as a desperate attempt by the feds to bring something else in to halt everything because they're not ready to go to trial.
Navan, the #1 rated business travel platform, lets your team book work travel in one place. Flights, hotels, cars,
What was he
while
said?
staying.
Hold on, let's go back.
view this as a desperate attempt by the feds to bring something else in to halt everything because they're not ready to go to trial. Durk.
Bro, I'm gonna keep it a bug with you, bro. He been in there a little bit over a year now. Bro, I'm gonna keep it a bug, bro. They ready to go. They ready to go. I can bet you they ready to go to trial. And if not, at this point, he might be coming home. That's just how I feel. But I think they ready for trial at this point.
Got the best lawyer he can have. The feds want more time. So they add on this little bullshit. Now all of a sudden they got to do new arraignments, new witnesses, new this, new that.
Right.
And everything gets delayed. And things can be delayed by years. Not everything in the feds is that quick. And if it's the prosecutors asking for more time, that tells you something. Because normally, from
see what other people, what a lot of y'all don't know too is if y'all not keep it up on it. The Durk's been ready to go to trial for a minute now. He's trying to go to trial because then again, the longer it waits, the more evidence comes up, the more witnesses, all the extra stuff. He been ready to go to trial and try and get it out the way because he feel like he could beat it. Cool. Where he having a problem at is they're telling him he has to go to court with the other ones, and they're not ready to go to court yet. They're still trying to get their situation together. Then again, they don't got money like Durk do. So that's where it's causing a friction at.
What we understand is the feds don't indict unless they have you. And if they have you, they have all the evidence they need. They don't need to take their sweet ass time. This shit'll get done in 4 months. But the fact that this is the play the feds are putting in motion may or may not be a good thing for Durk. So unless the feds magically found new evidence of him being the shooter in the Atlanta case, I don't see how they could convict him for that. Right? He wasn't found guilty. The charges were dropped, which means he could always be hit with new charges, but they would need new evidence. And the co-defendant in that case, Vaughn, is dead. So I don't see how that would even play a role.
Did too.
Now, as far as the murder in Chicago, yeah, if those dudes are fully cooperating and blaming Durk, okay, that's one thing. But are the feds actually able to prove it beyond just their words? Because clearly they're going to try to save themselves. Are the feds able to prove he did any of this shit? Again, they're just putting themselves in another position. Same shit with the Quando Rondo thing. Okay, everything leads back to Durk, but can we prove it actually happened?
Did it give?
To be honest with you, I'm not.
Did it give? When it comes down to court, it's not what you know, it's what you can prove. You got to be able to prove everything without a reasonable doubt in the court of law. You have to, bro. If not, bro, he can walk. And that's the thing. Like everybody's saying, everybody know Durk did this, but can they prove it in court? That's what it boils down to. And that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to cross their T's and dot their I's. They trying to make sure they on point.
Sure, what to think? Apparently, if this is gonna happen, it's gonna happen on June 3rd. So we're just gonna have to wait and see. But let me know y'all's thoughts and comments in the comment section.
Yeah, man, that's the video, y'all. My opinion on it, after hearing this, I think the feds is ready, but then again, am I 100% sure? I don't know, because then, I don't know, are they throwing this in, trying to charge him with it? Because if they're trying to charge him with it, that's just going to, like he said, it's bringing up more, it's taking more time away from actually getting the trial and stuff, so it's looking like they don't got everything they need and they're not fully ready. So then again, I don't know, it's still a toss-up. I don't know if he coming home, I don't know if he not, I don't know. We'll see when the trial come. But, Durk, keep your head up. Free Durk. Then again, I would love to see him home. If he come home, then again, like I've been saying, if he beat this, bro, biggest comeback ever, bro. But, y'all let me know y'all thoughts, comments. Drop a like, comment, subscribe, man. When y'all subscribe, hit that notification bell so y'all get the videos when they drop. Other than that, man, y'all be blessed, be safe, stay out the way. And I'm going to get y'all on the next one, man.